Well, with talks between Iran and the US reportedly underway, let's cross now to Professor Seyed Mohammad Marandi from the University of Tehran, who is at the meeting site right now. Mr. Marandi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, you're in Islamabad, where world attention is now focused. Can you please share your first-hand experience with how the talks seem to be going so far?
Well, it is multi-dimensional. The Iranians, of course, have been very clear that they are only willing to continue with this process if the American side carries out its commitments. If the Americans fail to abide by their commitments, then there's no point in continuing with the negotiations. We have a very dark past with the United States, as everyone knows. We negotiated last year, and as we were negotiating, the United States secretly conspired to attack the country alongside Netanyahu. And then, of course, before this war, we were also negotiating. The Omani foreign minister, who was mediating, said that significant progress was made. And then again, the United States and the Zionist regime launched another blitzkrieg attack. So we are here with open eyes, with great suspicion. The United States has been deceitful consistently, and therefore the only thing that matters for Iran are the facts on the ground. Commitments, signatures mean nothing unless change takes place.
Now, Tehran has stated repeatedly that peace in Lebanon is a must for any ceasefire deal, but Washington officials are claiming there was a misunderstanding and Lebanon is not included in the ceasefire. So has this contradiction been resolved?
The United States is lying, to be blunt. The Pakistani prime minister in his social media account has been very clear that ceasefire in Lebanon was a precondition. The United States is being dishonest, but also, sadly, the Lebanese prime minister has tried to disrupt this negotiating progress by trying to link the ceasefire to his own attempt to have personal talks with the Israeli regime and to create some sort of relationship between his government and the Israeli regime, which is quite stunning because he has given the American regime an excuse not to abide by its commitment by saying that this is something that the Lebanese prime minister will later pursue himself. So basically what the Lebanese prime minister, what he has done is that he's given an excuse to the Americans to allow for more Lebanese to be murdered by the Israeli regime. People here are quite stunned as to why a prime minister of a country would allow his own people to be killed and sacrificed in such a manner. But in any case, the Iranians are saying that this is something that the Americans agreed upon, and the Lebanese prime minister's position, whatever it may be, does not change that fact.
And as the talks begin, President Trump claims American forces, they're clearing out of the Strait of Hormuz, and we're getting reports that a U.S. warship has been turned away from the waterway by the IRGC Navy. So do you have any information at all on that?
It's not just the venue.
Well,
it's not just the venue. It's not just
sorry, there is a lot of noise here. What the Americans have said about, if I heard you correctly, about a naval ship passing through the Strait of Hormuz. Is that what you asked?
Yes.
On some of the core issues.
Yes, the Iranians have said that a U.S. naval ship tried to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and the Iranians warned it, and ultimately it took a U-turn. Thus, the Americans have been saying that the ship moved back and forth, but I think that sort of is consistent with what the Iranians are saying. The Americans didn't want it to be seen as a form of retreat. But from what the Iranians have been saying, it's clear that the Americans had to pull back.